Today, we're diving into a poem that poses a really startling question. What makes a creature of death choose to die for honor? We're talking about Jatayu, a vulture from the epic Ramayana, whose story is this incredible meditation on choice, morality, and, the very nature of conscience itself.
So let's just get right to the heart of it, shall we? The whole poem, the entire thing, spins around this one powerful question. Why on earth would a vulture, a creature whose entire life is about feasting on the dead, suddenly decide to sacrifice itself for someone else's honor? That's the puzzle we're going to try and piece together.
To even begin to understand Jatayu's choice, we've got to step into his world. And his world, well, it's a world born from conflict, a literal forest of opposites. This really sets the stage perfectly, doesn't it? The forest is basically caught in this cosmic tug of war. To the north, you have Ayodhya, described as the flame of virtue. And to the south, there's Lanka, which is bloodshot with vice. This isn't just about north and south. It's a constant, silent war between good and evil. And this battleground, it is just teeming with life. You've got deer, peacocks, foxes, you name it. But here's the thing. The poem makes crystal clear. They're all creatures of pure instinct. They eat, they roam, they mate, and they are completely, utterly unaware of the huge moral drama that's unfolding all around them. And this line from the poem just captures their indifference so perfectly. Their necks swivel left and right, looking towards virtue in the north and vice in the south, but they can't tell the difference. It means nothing to them. For them, it's just two directions in a forest. The whole idea of morality is completely alien. And it's into this world of total moral apathy, that our protagonist is born. He starts out as just another one of these creatures, an innocent vulture. The poem really makes a point of plucking him out of the crowd, It distinguishes him from all the other creatures just living on instinct. We learn that among these big, lumbering birds, there is this one unique vulture, Jatayu. And right from the start, Jatayu is different. He's got this powerful urge to fly, to just soar higher than everyone else. But with that ambition comes this weird sense of loneliness, of confusion. He feels like there's something more out there, but he just can't quite put his finger on what it is. Even his parents can tell he's not like the others. They're worried about this constant need he has to fly, to explore. This restlessness, this habit of taking wing, it's really the first hint that Jatayu is destined for something, something beyond the ordinary. But that destiny, it takes a very long time to show up. As the years go by, that youthful curiosity, that confusion, it all hardens into something completely different, a kind of middle-aged resignation. The poem is very clear about the passage of time. The restless young bird we just met is gone, and in his place is a settled, middle-aged chieftain of his flock. He's found his place, he's got his routine. His life is now all about status and predictability. He has standards, you see. He only eats the carcasses of lions and elephants now. And you know what? This is such a deeply relatable moment. That fiery, youthful idealism, that search for meaning, it's all cooled down into a comfortable, almost cynical pragmatism. The big questions are gone, replaced by the simple rhythm of survival. And just as Jatayu has settled into his comfortable, thoughtless existence, the whole story pivots. A single dramatic event happens. An event that has absolutely nothing to do with him, but one that is going to seal his fate forever. Remember that abstract conflict between good and evil we talked about at the beginning? Well, it's not some distant, theoretical idea anymore. The war between Ayodhya and Lanka violently erupts right into Jatayu's indifferent world, and it becomes terrifyingly real. And then, in a flash, it all happens. The demon king Ravana grabs Sita. And in that exact same instant, something primal just awakens in Jatayu. The poem's repetition really hammers it home. Went to war, went to war, went to war. There's no thinking, no calculation, no hesitation at all. It is a pure, reflexive act of intervention. He sees injustice, and he just acts. A battle against a demon king. For a simple bird, it's hopeless, of course. And what comes next is the heroic, tragic result of that choice. A mortal's final stand. Jatayu is struck down, he's mortally wounded, but he doesn't die just yet. He clings to life with every single ounce of his being for one last reason, to bear witness and to deliver a message. When Rama finally arrives, Jatayu speaks these just incredible words. He acknowledges the divine timeline, that Rama will surely arrive sometime, but he also recognizes his own small, fragile place in the universe. He says, I am just a mortal creature. It's this moment of incredible self-awareness, right there at the brink of death. And with his very last breath, he performs his final duty. He points Rama in the direction of Lanka, towards evil. And then he's gone. A carrion eater, born into a world of complete indifference, becomes a martyr for virtue. Just amazing. So the story of Jatayu's life is over, but the poem leaves us with something that endures for much, much longer. The vulture's profound and pretty unsettling question. Let's really think about this for a second. The poem forces us to ask, what is this thing we call conscience? Where does it even come from? How could it just suddenly erupt in a creature of pure instinct and compel him to take on a literal demon king? And this just deepens the mystery, right? Was this conscience always there, just buried deep down inside him, waiting for the right moment to ignite? Or is a heroic conscience something that just can't possibly survive in a world defined by apathy and instinct? And this all leads us to the poem's most audacious question, one that really challenges us to rethink everything. When you are faced with an undeniable injustice, does the label of good or evil even matter? The poem sort of hints that maybe the only thing that truly counts is the choice to act. And in that one selfless act, a simple vulture transcends his own nature to become the moral compass for the entire universe. It's a pretty profound thought to leave you with.